So it's been confirmed that MAGA influencer conservative Charlie Kirk has been killed. First, I want to say this is awful and terrible, and there really is a violence problem in America. So obviously thoughts are with his family who were there at the time. I think his views are horrendous, but obviously we can't have this in America. But already what's really angering me and frustrating me is that people on the right are trying to weaponize this issue. The same claims every single time a tragedy happens is that the left wing are the violent ones. Elon Musk are saying that left wing are murderers. We've got Adam Brooks from G News, Zia Yusuf from the Reform Party saying this is what happens when you call people Nazis and Hitler and the left wing are violent. I'm sorry, but it's disgusting, right? First of all, I'm very sorry what's happened to Charlie Kirk. And again, I'm extremely sorry and upset for his family. But let's be real here. The right wing have a near monopoly on violence, right? When it comes to shootings, the two Trump shootings who tried to assassinate him were both right wing. When it came to the school shooter just last week was a Nazi. When Nancy Pelosi's husband was attacked with an axe, the right wing laughed, even Trump. Right? There are so many examples of where the right wing commit violence, and the idea that if you call someone a Nazi, that that means violence happens is absolutely deplorable. But at the end of the day, those people on the left in America have called for gun restrictions and background checks to stop this senseless violence from happening. Right? We don't know the facts. We don't know the suspect. Let's stop trying to assume the political ideology of the person. Right? And sometimes it's not just down to political ideology, it can be down to someone's mental health issues who have just done something crazy. But I just find it every single time when something like this happens, we get right-wing pundits who jump on it, right? Who obviously don't care about political violence and just want to tell the world that the left wing are uniquely violent. Now, when Elon Musk says something like the left wing are murderers, do you not think that's doing the thing that you're accusing the left of doing? Right, by saying, if you're going to accuse the left being violent and murderers, surely then you're targeting them for political violence. I don't think that. I think people should be able to say whatever they want. I think you can call someone a Nazi if you think they're a Nazi. I think you should be able to do that in a free society. But I don't think that's the cause of political violence. The cause of political violence is a deeply broken political system and radicalization, especially online. Then there's the fact that in America, people can have such easy access to guns, semi-automatic weapons, not just for hunting, going out there to kill. And every single time something happens, there's always thoughts and prayers. And when we say, screw the thoughts and prayers, we need to have some kind of regulation to save lives. Once again, the right wing weaponize this. So this is a video calling out those who are weaponizing this absolute tragedy. And I'm going to be real and frank. The right wing, 99% of the time, are the violent ones. In this country, when it came to David Amos and Joe Cox, one was killed by a Britain First far-right thug. Another one was killed by a right-wing Islamist. And then people try and say, well, being a Muslim is somehow left-wing. No, religion is a ultra-conservative ideology. So the right-wingers, the pundits, need to fucking cut the crap. Stop jumping on the bandwagon and saying this is the political persuasion of the person who hasn't been caught yet, and condemn the violence, but also call for structural change where these kinds of senseless violence do not happen.